Now, if I were to come to you as a mad scientist, and I were to say, Joyce Riley, I want to put a circuit board in your body, and I want to hook up all your cells to my circuit board, and I want to throw the switch and run your body the way I want to, would you say yes?
Well, of course not.
So we have had to be prepped without our knowledge. And I am positing that chemtrails are the delivery system for this alternate polymer fiber network that is setting up inside us to eventually override our biological protocol.
Wow. That is so eerie, and that is so hard to listen to. But we know that they have a desire to control. And when we talk about they, we know that the RFID chips, all of this is leading into this control portion of the world that somebody wants so badly to do, along with cloning and making their own men, their own people, their own animals. So this doesn't seem so far-fetched now that we understand what we do about what's going on in the world. Now, let me just go back, if you don't mind, to I missed during the break to go back to the subject of the threads talking to each other, because I think we need to pick up on that before we move on. I don't want to leave people hanging with that.
Okay, I'm going to take this very pedestrian. I want everybody to concentrate now and to ask themselves if they feel tingly, if they ever feel like a little electric sensation. I feel it all the time. I feel little tingly stuff going on in my scalp. I feel it in my fingers, in my left foot. There's a lot of tingliness. And when you point this out to people, they say, yes. When I give talks and I mention that there's this little, band of tingliness right here, everybody says, you know what, I feel that too. And if you really concentrate on the way you feel, like right now, my left hand, I can feel all tingliness running through the palm of my hand. I don't think I had these tingles 30 years ago. I really don't. This is new. And I believe that this is that network already there. It's already communicating. So people who have Morgellons say that they distinctly feel that something is crawling. Occasionally I get that sensation. There's like a bug in my hair, and there isn't, you know? Or something flicks across your skin and you brush it off thinking it's an insect, and it's not. It's under the skin. So we all have this. Now you can do what is called the red wine fiber test. This is becoming a very popular spooky test. I would say don't do this by yourself unless you've got nerves of steel. You mix 1/3 hydrogen peroxide and 2/3 red wine in a glass. Now, you can do this with grape juice, but you've got to do dark grape juice. And you swirl it all together and take a big sip. 1/3 peroxide, 2/3 grape juice or red wine. And you swish this big sip of stuff in your mouth for as long as 5 minutes. What's happening is the peroxide is acting as a scouring agent, and the red wine or grape juice is going to dye the material that comes out of your mouth. The peroxide is actually going to take out a little bit of your gum tissue. You'll feel it for a couple of days that you did this peroxide swirl. So you spit all of that after 5 minutes into a little dish.
Okay, I just want to add, do not swallow it. Do not swallow it.
Spit it out after 5 minutes, if you can do it for 5 minutes. 3 minutes is okay, too. Spit it into a dish, and look, the bubbles will be there from the peroxide, because it's foamy. When the bubbles settle, you will see chains, strands of material that is hard-edged. There should be no hard edges of stuff coming out of your mouth. Your teeth are not falling out. These are things with straight lines. Small little squares you'll see. These are polymer crystals, polymer chains. And if you start observing those under a microscope at magnification, you can actually see strands of crystals, hard-edged crystals that are embedded, lodged in your gum tissue. Now, we're just taking this out of your mouth, but you can do this from samples of your skin, of your blood, urine, whatever you want.
Now, what percentage of the people are finding these hard-edged items coming out of their mouth?
So far, it's been everyone who's done the test and looked in there. That's just.
Have we ruled out that it's mucus or that it's whatever, anything else?
Well, remember, everything in nature nothing is hard. Is straight line in nature. Everything in nature is composed from the basis is a twisted strut. If it's a strut is a straight thing. If you twist a strut, you get this very gentle curve formation. Bones are twisted. Your femur is not straight. It's a twisted strut. Everything in nature, leaves, sticks, stones, they're not straight geometric formations.
Okay.
Okay? So you shouldn't be having squares coming out of your gum tissue. And you'll see with the naked eye, you can see it in the dish. Hard-edged stuff that's been dyed by the tannin in the juice, the grape juice or the red wine. And you let it dry, and you look at it under a microscope, and you're going to, I have slides of it on my Morgellons syndrome page at magnification. You can do it yourself. Everyone that I have suggested this test to who's done it, including me, you can see the crystalline formations coming out of your gum tissue.
And so what does this mean? If we see this hard-edge, straight-edge material, what does that mean to us?
It means that something inorganic is now in your gum tissue, because that's where we did the sample from. And you can colonize, Clifford Carnicom put those in a petri dish and colonize them on agar solution. Remember in chemistry we used to have agar solution. We used to make
that jello-y
molds.
seaweed stuff, yeah. Agar, yeah.
Yeah, so he made colonies form by leaving these things alone.
What is it going to take to get some of these doctors and scientists out there to understand, sooner or later you're going to look down and find one of those oily hairs and realize that some of these people aren't making this stuff up. What you have to wait till your own ox is gored, and by that time it's too late. They came for the gypsies, I wasn't a gypsy. They came for this, I wasn't a this. Well, finally, maybe some of these doctors will get it.
The hard wiring is appearing in us. And Clifford, there's a flow chart on my website on the Morgellons page. Clifford Carnicom created a flow chart showing that environmental samples contain fibers, the same fibers that are showing up in people's blood.